And you guys do perform on a lot of the same stages now as well, don't you? I mean,
Yes.
just one worthwhile mention is obviously Darkshire
Yes.
in the Czech Republic. So for anybody watching, Darkshire, basically, huge event that's going on currently in the Czech Republic. It's run by, in my eyes, one of the best drum and bass promoters on the planet, guy called
100%.
Thomas, and obviously his crew around him as well, and the other people involved. But for me, Thomas, he gave me my my second booking actually in the Czech Republic about 10 years ago. The first time I
No
played
way.
with him, and that was for Imagination. So I played for
Oh yeah.
Imagination, and I
Yeah.
believe
Yeah.
he's kind of moved that brand on and that now. But this is his
Yeah.
baby now. And one thing I've noticed as well with Darkshire is that they do focus a lot on local talent. And you're one of the very few that's actually played at Darkshire as well. I think you're the only UK artist, in fact, aren't you,
Yeah.
that's actually played that. So how did you actually link up with Thomas and those guys? By the way, big shout out to Thomas. Love
Yeah.
you
Big
loads,
ups,
mate.
Thomas. Big ups.
You are a legend.
Well, let me tell you now. I mean, what the Czech scene, because neurofunk is so big over there. Let me tell you now, like getting in with those guys, just because I'm Beast Jane's boyfriend, it wasn't an automatic ticket. You know what I mean? Like he has high standards, and you know his high standards ultimately is what has led to Darkshire's success. You know, just he's not gonna be like, oh, you're from the UK and you know you're signed to this label, you automatically get a gig at my festival. You know, it's taken a lot of, you know, work and relationship building with those guys and trust ultimately as well. Like, you know, I featured, I did the vocals for their opening ceremony for the last Darkshire festival in 2023, track with called We Are the Darkshire with Not Equals and Meth, who are big ups, both of those guys, amazing producers. And you know, even then doing all that work, and I did because I do voices and stuff like voiceovers and voice acting for a lot of festivals. They did it for Boomtown as well for 3 of their closing ceremonies. But even that contact and that relationship and working on that track, it wasn't an automatic booking to play at the festival. You know, like his standards are so high, and he's actually, like you said, I respect him massively. He knows what he's doing, yeah, because obviously my girlfriend Beast Jane, she plays at all the Darkshire events still. In fact, she is not this weekend, but the next in Brno in the south of Czech Republic. Every single one of those events I go to is crazy next level, like in organization, in production, you know, and on a not massively huge budget. You know, we're not talking Boomtown budget here. Like they
You
on a
only have a couple of stages, don't they? And
yeah, but what
you
they
need
do
really.
have, they do it very well. Do you know what I mean? They're not like, oh right, let's just put 6 stages on unnecessarily with half-assed production. They put on what they know they can do to the absolute best of their ability. And I have yet to go to a Darkshire night and not just walk around going, wow, like this is so good. Like,
The stages are unreal. They're like nothing else. I mean, they've got
yeah,
that kind of theme going as well with it, haven't they? You know, with
yeah,
obviously everything with a what do you call it? It's almost like a portal to another world. The
yeah. That
dimension stage thing that they
yeah.
use, and that, yeah,
I mean,
absolutely awesome.
I think as well, what sets them above the rest is their venue choice is very, very original. So they have every year they have particular parties. One is a boat party through the center of Prague. One is a church. You know, it's annually held at this big church in Prague. Last year they did one at a 400-year-old monastery, which was like a listed protected building. You know, they're very lucky that, you know, if you applied to do that in the UK, you know, it wouldn't even get past the front door. Oh, what do you mean? Where's
I see a lot of people. I mean, obviously, always hats off to Darkshire crew. That
yeah.
it's phenomenal what they're doing with the monastery. But let's not forget, it's not the first time. Q Club Birmingham, the big church. That's obviously a
and
huge one.
and the custard factory as well.
Yeah. So things like that are
Yeah.
obviously they're not a miss, you know. But we've
No,
done it
no, of course.
before. We've got to give the
No, of
UK some
course, but I
props.
feel like that's part of that is undoubtedly, like I went to I played at a party at the Custard Factory and I was like, what the hell is going on? This is a massive multi-genre rave in a shopping center. Like
Yeah,
you know,
it is.
that blew my mind. But I feel like the restrictions in the UK over the last decade particularly have just got out of control. I feel like promoters in this country are being strangled by rules and regulations and red tape to the point where it's just getting ridiculous now. So, you know, I feel very much for promoters like yourself inside this country, because it's just got harder and harder and harder. So I'm under no illusion that people are absolutely trying their best, but I will say that, you know, I've been to Let It Roll and I have a lot of respect for those guys, etc. But I went to the Darkshire Festival for the first time last year in the summer of June. And I was blown away by the freedom of the feel of freedom. You know, it's in this mountainous forest with a big lake. There's not like tons of security, like checking up on everyone constantly.
Very friendly as well. There's
Very
not much
friendly.
trouble at those raves.
No trouble.
at all.
No trouble. You know, you get
Yeah.
thousands of people in one place with hardly any security, but yet everybody manages to behave themselves. Like
It is, yeah, and it's like that in quite a few places. I mean, Poland's good for it as well. Bulgaria, Romania. You don't really get much trouble at all, or see it at the raves. You know, I've never seen security have to handle anything in those. And I've been to hundreds and hundreds, and I've played all over Europe with it, but it's few and far between. They've got the right mindset, haven't they, for it? I think definitely.
100%. No,
they know what they've got and they don't want to ruin it. I think that's one.
No, exactly that. I feel that's quite sad, isn't it? That especially in drum and bass culture, particularly, there's become like, you know, quite a lot of the aggressiveness of the, you know, because for example, like roadman culture, things like that, I've got like, yeah, it is very much a part of drum and bass, 100%. But like, I feel like sometimes that has spoilt the culture in England, where there's a lot of fights breaking out in clubs, and therefore there is, you know, the need for extra security, things like that. I can't safely say that we could maybe go about it the same way Darkshire do and pull it off without any trouble. I can't. No, I would love for that to be the case, but I don't think we quite have the same mentality they do.
It's hard to get rid of something that's kind of bred into us, isn't it? I mean, we've got 20 years of that bred in, and obviously the Czech kind of getting onto that maybe at a later stage, and Poland and stuff, they grew with a different mentality.
Of course.
Again, their music taste is very different as well, isn't it? So it's always going to come from that. I find the harder, nastier the music, the friendlier, the better the raves as well.
Yeah, that's weird.
I used to go to Gabba raves, and it was one of the friendliest things you could ever do. Like,
yeah, no, that's quite strange, that, isn't it? The nastier the music, the friendlier people are.
100%, 100% at the time.
What's up, everyone? Lee UHF here, the host of DNB Wraps. Thank you for watching our videos. If you like what you're hearing and seeing on the channel, please make sure you're subscribing to it. Please make sure you thumbs up the videos, and more importantly, let's get some comments going as well. It really helps the channel, and in order for us to provide this content to you, we do need the channel to grow. So we can't do this without your help. Hope you enjoy the video. Speak to you soon.